Okay, I will be showing you how to make a personal sized pizza or an even larger pizza if you scale it. Okay, this is a bowl of self-rising flour. It's King Arthur's Baking Company. It's the best for small children's pizza. It's unbleached self-rising flour, and it's this yellow color bag. And this was the last of the flour that I had. So what you want to do is you want to put some on the unrolling board so that you can make sure that the dough is not too damp and to make sure it doesn't stick. Now, as for this, it may not be enough flour, but I'm making a small one this time. Okay, so you put a few, maybe a few drops of water in there, and then you stir it carefully, okay? Because we didn't have any more flour, we have to be really careful, okay? Not to put too much fluid in it because there's no more flour. Okay, so you want it to be dry like this, okay? First you want it to be chopped just about this dry, okay? This dry right here, okay? You see, it's kind of dry. So if you wanted to make a bigger pizza, of course you would use a bigger bowl, okay? Now you just stir it a little bit, and then you put a few drops of olive oil, okay? Whatever oil smells good, so maybe this much olive oil, okay? And then you continue to make the dough, okay? This is going to be a very thin pizza, which is very good for me because I have too much starch. But you can make it however you want. You can make a deep dish, you can make a thin crust, you can make it however you want, okay? And then we turn the dough out onto the board. Okay. And you can see this is only a personal sized pizza. I would have to buy more if I were to make a bigger one. Okay. Okay, good. Now, okay, you want to make sure that the dough looks like a pizza dough. Okay, it has to stick together. Okay, this has to stick together. You can see how it's already coming out very nicely. Okay, and then you knead it a little bit. Okay, this is for a person, one person. Okay, now perfect for one person. Okay, the last time I made it, the pizza dough was too thick, and so this time I'm making it very small. Okay, you could just use your hand to knead it and to roll it out, but I would highly suggest that you use a rolling pin, okay, to finish the job. Okay, so here we'll use the rolling pin, and this is how we do it. Okay, you use a rolling pin and you roll it out. Okay, this is a little bit sticky because I don't have enough flour left, but here, okay, rolling pin. Okay, you roll, 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 whatever shape you want. Okay, now, okay, you notice that I have cut tomatoes, I've cut onions and pepperoncinos. Okay, and then I have a bowl of mozzarella cheese. Now, this may be sticky, and that's not so great. If it's too sticky, it's not so great. Okay, so it doesn't stick. Okay, so this is about right. Okay, make sure it doesn't stick. Now, okay, now this is the size of a personal pizza. Okay, right about here. See, right about here. Okay, what you want to do is you want to stretch the side and make sure that the middle is a little bit concave. Okay, because you want the middle to be a little bit thinner so that it doesn't, you know, cook unevenly. Okay, now this is what I do. I go to the fast cooker, right, the Ninja, and I turn it on to bake. Okay, it's 300 degrees at bake. Okay, then I use this. It's sun-dried tomato paste. Okay? You want to do? You want to put it in the middle. Okay, put sun-dried tomato paste in the middle. Okay, and then you want to stick it in there first. Okay, just to start the dough cooking. Okay, you don't want it to be too, you know, mushy. Is what you don't want. Okay, you don't want it to be too mushy. So leave a little bit of edge. Okay. Okay, so now. Okay, good. Now. This way, this is what we do, okay? We take this pizza and we put it in the cooker, okay? And this is what it looks like. You just put it right in the cooker, okay? And this is what it looks like. I'll show you, okay? This is what it looks like, okay? In the cooker, okay? And you just cook it for a few minutes. Okay, while you wait, okay, you can wash your hands and wash the bowl that you did this in, okay? You're just gonna wash the bowl a little bit. So right now, I could, while I wait for that, right, I could put the tomatoes in this bowl right here, okay? Okay, because they go down first. Okay? And then I will go ahead and clean up my board. Okay? Now that means that the temperature is on. Okay, but you see I can clean this up right now. Okay, and then by the time it's over, by the time it's time for me to put the toppings on, my cutting board is clean, okay? So, this is a way to save time, okay? You clean your cutting board during the times that you have cook time, okay? That's what I do, okay? So, this one's also a little bit dirty, so it's full, okay? Use a little bit of soap. And then so we put this one back where it belongs. Now, this thing cooks really fast. A little bit of flour. Okay. This thing cooks super fast. So it says add food, but I'll show you, okay? You see that? It's already starting to cook. Do you see it? It's already starting to cook. Okay. So now it was preheated already. So now we wait about, okay, so it clocks out for about 15 minutes, okay? We wait about 1 more minute and then we put on the tomatoes. Okay? 1 more minute and we put on the tomatoes. And after we put on the tomatoes, okay, we'll wait for the tomatoes to cook, and then we'll put the cheese on. Either that, or we can put the tomatoes on last. It doesn't really matter. Let's try this. Okay, we'll put the cheese on first. Okay, let's just put the cheese on first. Because I think that I will not put all those tomatoes on. Okay. Okay, so I think we're good right about now. Okay, did I put the tomatoes on last time is the question, and I think I did. Okay, let's put the tomatoes on last, okay, because put the cheese on first, and then we'll put the tomatoes on last, because I like my cheese a little bit crunchy. I like it a little bit too roasty, you know? Oh, I know. Let's put the tomatoes on first. Okay, let's go put the tomatoes on. So here's how I put the tomatoes on. I just go, because I don't have a fresh tomato sauce, okay? This tomato is sun-dried tomato sauce, okay? But if you have a regular sauce and you don't want to do it this way, it's fine too. Here, okay? See? Now I put it in, okay? You see the time, it says 13:33. It's approximate. It doesn't have to be too precise. So in order for the tomatoes to roast, it's very, very nice. It's very, very nice when the tomatoes are grilled, okay? And so this is like a grilling function where the tomato is just grilling, okay? We'll let it grill about 3 minutes, and then we'll put in the, so about 10 minutes, okay? It's clocking down for 15 minutes, now it's 10 minutes. We'll wait for it to clock down to 10 minutes, and then we'll put a lot of cheese on it, because I like a lot of cheese on my pizza, okay? Now, in the meantime, 3 minutes. 3 minutes means that I can actually wash all my dishes, okay? So, I'm just going to go ahead, and in the 3 minutes, I'll tell you what I do, okay? I just wash all my dishes very quickly. I put it away, okay? Wash my dishes, I put it away. Put the water away. Wash my dishes, I put it away, okay? So by the time I'm finished waiting for the cook time, all of my dishes should be finished, okay? I think I've also wanted some olives on it. I'm also doing my other dishes, which is a good thing. So all of my other dishes will be also finished. Okay. Yay! All of my dishes are finished. Okay. Funny. This is my spoon. My spoon holder. Okay, it's time to check on it. Okay, well, let's check on this for a second. So let's see. Yeah, let's take. I'll tell you what. Okay, I would like to raise the temperature. Actually, you know what? Let's raise the temperature last. Okay. But here. Okay. You can tell that tomato still needs like about 1.5 minutes or so, okay? And it's better to have it cooked, not baked, but to have it, like to use another function, like to use the grill function. So I'm gonna wait for it to clock down to 10. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use the, I'll tell you what I'm gonna use. Okay, I'm going to use the grilling function. Okay, the grilling function is like really high heat, it's 500 degrees. So then it gives it a really nice like flavor. I would like to put some salt on it. I think I'm gonna salt it right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put some salt in this right now. Okay, I just ground some salt onto the tomatoes. Okay. But yeah, the tomatoes are good. If they're not grilled properly, then the pizza's too wet. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, now that it's 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and set it on the grill function. I'll show you how to do it, okay? See, it's just grill, right? Now it says 500 F. I just started. It's going to preheat it because, you know how it works. It'll preheat it, but it doesn't matter. We just know, approximately. Because we want to see that the tomatoes are a little bit scorched, okay? So now it's high heat and it's grilling function, okay? And after maybe about 2 minutes, the tomatoes are going to be dehydrated because it'll be drier, okay? And then we take a look at the countertop, and then we can clean up the countertop all with for that. Okay, now not feel comfortable. Okay. Now, I'm cleaning the countertop. Everything's good. Okay, so let's take a peek. Okay. These things cook really fast. You see that? Wow, you see that boiling? It's boiling. See that? Okay, so now we know that we're pretty close. Okay, this means that the cheese has to go down. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, we'll put the cheese down right now. Okay, we'll put the cheese down right now. Okay, you see how it didn't stick at all on the bottom? I put the cheese on it and I moved it around. It didn't stick at all, okay? Okay, so as much cheese as it could hold, which is about this much, I'll show you, okay? About there, okay? Now, okay, we put it back in. Okay, now it's probably gonna take about 2 minutes for it to cook down. Okay. I'm gonna go wash my cup. My cup is now clean. Okay. Okay. So. Everything is clean because I am cleaning while waiting for the cook time. Okay, so this is probably going to be pretty good. But cheese cooks really quickly, so you have to be careful because it has a fat content that is very high. Okay, now I'm going to put the onions. Okay, because the onions have to be dehydrated. Okay, so I'm going to put it around the edge, and I'm going to put some onions in here. Okay. Onions, pepperoncinos. Okay. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, so good. Okay, so let's just leave it alone now. Okay. Good. Now I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion that it needs to be like, you know, maybe air crisp. It's still preheating, which means it hasn't even hit 500 degrees yet, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. This is my hand towel. I just put my hand on it whenever I wash my hands, and I just dry my hands on it. That's why it's kind of clean. I wash my hands like a billion times. Whenever I'm in the kitchen, I just go. Okay, so now we have to wait, okay? Okay. I get very, very, very impatient when I'm waiting sometimes, okay? But it's okay, don't worry. It's okay if you have to wait and become impatient. Okay, now let's take a look at it again. This is what it looks like, okay? Pretty much is done. I would give it another, like, you know, 2 minutes, okay? Just because I like my pizzas crispy. Now, 2 minutes, and then we shall see, okay? 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna, see, let's put it back wherever we'll put it here. Okay, so we have some leftover cheese. We'll just leave it for later. Okay, and I'm gonna put it right here, the pizza. Okay. And this is a plate. I prefer to put my pizza on because it's a big plate. You see how big this is? It's a big plate. Okay, and to make sure that you don't get hurt, you have to use the proper utensils to fish out the pizza. Okay. I feel like it's going to go, it's gonna be too hot. Okay, so I'm turning it off. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit so that the cheese melts. Okay, and then, oh here it is, I found it. This is what I'm going to use to get the pizza out, because the pizza is probably very hard on the bottom. The crispy pizza that I made. Okay, you can make it soft or you can make it hard. Okay, let's see. Aha. Good. Oh, you know what? It could use more time. Okay, so it's very crumbly. So I'm gonna turn it back on. I'm gonna put it back on the grow function. I'm gonna put it on 2. Okay. It's very crumbly because it's for children. That's what the dough is for. It's a crumbly, softer dough. Okay. So I'm finding that I'm gonna need a spatula. Okay, I don't have exactly the right spatula, so we'll use this spatula right here. Oh, I found my spatula. Okay. This is the big spatula that I have. We have to use this one, okay? The other ones we'll put aside. Okay, so let's try. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so let's use a spatula. Okay, we'll go to the bottom. Okay, and then we'll go like this. Okay, and voila. Okay, this is a good pizza. Okay, we'll get some of those crispy onions that fell off. Very good. Okay, now see, this is a good pizza, right? And then because this pizza is made at home, typically what I would suggest is that you put some seasonings on it. Okay, so in order to put some seasonings on the pizza, I'll tell you what you do. Okay, I like using this seasoning, which is the oregano, basil, and tomatoes. Okay, now some children may not want this much seasoning in the pizza. Some children, they really like just a very plain pizza, but I am an adult, so I put a lot of this mix. It's an Italian herb mix. It's oregano, basil, and tomatoes. Okay, this is what I do. I put it on. It's optional, but then I put this little bit of olive oil on top of it. Okay. Okay, and then I put more salt on it. Okay. Okay, and that's voila. Okay, voila. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, this is what we have to eat for dinner. Okay. And that's how you bake your own pizza in under 30 minutes.